Hello everyone. In last lecture, we have seen that the expression for the electric potential due to a point charge, and in this lecture, we will discuss the new points in this chapter. They are the electric potential due to an electric dipole and the electrostatic potential due to a system of charges. Let us see first the electric potential due to an electric dipole. See the diagram for the electric dipole. In figure, AB is the axis of a dipole. O is the center of a dipole. Plus Q charge placed at point A minus Q charge placed at point B. 2L is the dipole length and the electric dipole moment. P is given by relation P equal to Q into 2L. C is any point at a distance r from the center of a dipole. Theta is the angle between line OC and the length of a dipole. R1 is the position vector of point C from point A and R2 is the position vector for the point C from the point B. From figure, OC is equal to R. CA1 is equal to CA is equal to R1. CB1 is equal to CB is equal to R2. From triangle OA1A, cos theta equal to OA1 divided by OA, which is equal to OA1 divided by L. Therefore, OA1 is equal to L cos theta. And from the second triangle OB1B, cos theta is equal to OB1 divided by OB is equal to OB1 divided by L. Therefore, OB1 is equal to L cos theta. Also from figure, AA1 is equal to BB1 equal to L sin theta. CA1 is equal to OC minus OA1, which is equal to R minus L cos theta. And CB1 is equal to OC plus OB1 is equal to R plus L cos theta. By using the Pythagoras theorem for the triangle AA1C, AC square is equal to CA1 square plus AA1 square. The value of CA1 is R minus L cos theta. Therefore, R1 square is equal to, in bracket, R minus L cos theta bracket square plus L sin theta bracket square. We know that A minus B bracket square is equal to A square minus twice AB plus B square. So, here we can write R minus L cos theta bracket square is equal to R square minus twice RL cos theta plus L square cos square theta plus L square sin square theta. Here taking L square common, in bracket cos square theta plus sin square theta, and the bracket quantity, that is cos square theta plus sin square theta, is equal to 1. So we get R1 square is equal to R square plus L square minus twice RL cos theta. Similarly, R2 square is equal to R square plus L square plus twice RL cos theta. Let V1 and V2 are the potentials at a point C due to charge plus Q and charge minus Q. Therefore, V1 is equal to plus Q divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into R1, and V2 is the potential due to minus charge Q. V2 is equal to minus Q divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into R2. Suppose this equation number 1. We know that the electric potential is given by relation V is equal to W divided by Q, that is work done in bringing the unit positive charge from infinity to that point. The resultant potential at point C is the addition of the two potentials, that is potential at a point, potential due to the charge plus Q and potential due to the charge minus Q, that is Vc is equal to V1 plus V2. Putting the value of V1 and V2, the value of V1 is plus Q divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into R1 plus value of V2 is minus Q divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into R2. Taking common Q divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 in bracket 1 upon R1 minus 1 upon R2. Suppose this equation number 3, and we have to obtain the value of 1 upon R1 minus 1 upon R2. From the geometry of figure, we have obtained the values of R1 square and R2 square, that is R1 square equal to R square plus L square minus twice RL cos theta, and R2 square is equal to R square plus L square plus twice RL cos theta. Therefore, R1 square equal to R square in bracket, taken R square as a common, R square in bracket 1 plus L square divided by R square minus 2 into L divided by R cos theta, and R2 square is equal to R square in bracket 1 plus L square divided by R square plus 2 into L divided by R cos theta. For the short dipole, the dipole length 2L is very less than the distance R, and if R is very greater than the distance small l, therefore the ratio L divided by R is very small, and due to this L square divided by R square can be neglected. Here the term L square divided by L square neglected, and we get the equations R1 square equal to R square in bracket 1 minus 2L divided by R cos theta, and R2 square is equal to R square in bracket 1 plus 2L divided by R cos theta. We have written the equations again here. R1 square is equal to R square in bracket 1 minus 2L divided by R cos theta, and R2 square is equal to R square in bracket 1 plus 2L divided by R cos theta. Taking square root, R1 equal to R in bracket 1 minus 2L divided by R into cos theta bracket raised to 1/2, and R2 equal to R in bracket 1 plus 2L divided by R cos theta bracket raised to 1/2. Taking the reciprocal of these two equations, we get 1 upon R1 equal to 1 upon R in bracket 1 minus 2L divided by R cos theta bracket raised to minus 1/2, and 1 upon R2 equal to 1 upon R in bracket 1 plus 2L divided by R cos theta bracket raised to minus 1/2. Therefore, equation 3 becomes, that is equation 3 written here, Vc equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 in bracket 1 upon R1 minus 1 upon R2. Putting the values of 1 upon R1 and 1 upon R2, we have obtained the values of 1 upon R1 and 1 upon R2. Putting the values in this equation, we get Vc equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 in bracket 1 upon R1, 1 upon R in bracket 1 minus 2L divided by R cos theta bracket raised to minus 1/2 minus 1 upon R in bracket 1 plus 2L divided by R cos theta bracket raised to minus 1/2. By using the binomial expansion, 1 plus x bracket raised to n is equal to 1 plus n into x. Here x is a very less than 1, and relating the terms up to the first order of L by R only, we get the equation, that is Vc equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into 1 upon R in a bracket 1 plus L divided by R cos theta minus in second bracket 1 minus L divided by R cos theta is equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into R in a bracket 1 plus L divided by R cos theta minus 1 plus here this minus sign becomes plus L divided by R into cos theta, bracket complete. Here plus 1 minus 1 gets cancelled. Here L plus L becomes 2L. Therefore, Vc equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into 2L divided by R into cos theta. The product of Q into 2L is nothing but the dipole moment denoted by letter P. Therefore, we get Vc equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into R into 2L divided by R into cos theta. This product is Q into 2L is the dipole moment denoted by letter P. Therefore, Vc equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into P cos theta divided by R square. Suppose this equation number 4. Consider the two cases. That is, point P, point C lies along the axis of a dipole. At that time, theta equal to 0 or 180 degree. And we know that the value of cos 0 is equal to 1. Putting this value in equation 4 is written here. Vc equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into P cos theta divided by R square. The value of theta is 0 degree and cos 0 equal to 1. So, we get VA, that is axial point. Point C is a axial point. Therefore, VA is the potential along the axis of a dipole is plus minus 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into P divided by R square. Suppose this equation number 5. Second case, that is for equatorial point. That is, point C lies along the equator of a dipole. At that time, theta equal to 90 degree or 270 degree, and we know that cos 90 degree is equal to 0. Putting this value in equation 4, that is Vc equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into P cos theta divided by R square. Theta equal to 90 degree and cos 90 equal to 0. 0 into anything is equal to 0. So, we get VE, E for equatorial point. If point C is along the equator of a dipole, then we get the potential along the equatorial point VE is equal to 0. From equation 5 and 6, we can write the electric potential is maximum for the axial point and the electric potential is a minimum for the equatorial point. Let us see the second point, that is the electrostatic potential due to a system of charges. Let us see the diagram for system of charges in figure. Q1, Q2, Q3 up to Q1 are the number of charges placed at a distance R1, R2, R3 up to Rn from the point P. Let V1, V2, V3 up to Vn are the potentials due to charge Q1. V2 is the potential due to charge Q2, V3 is the potential due to charge Q3 and Vn is the potential due to charge Qn. The electric potential at a point P due to charge Q1 is given by relation V1 equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q1 divided by R1. Suppose this equation number 1. Similarly, the potentials V2, V3 up to Vn at a point P due to the charges Q1, Q2, Q3 up to Qn is given by relation potential due to charge Q2 is a V2. Therefore, V2 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q2 divided by R2. Potential due to charge Q3. Potential due to charge Q3 is a V3. Therefore, V3 equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q3 divided by R3. And the potential due to charge Qn is a Vn. Therefore, Vn is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into Qn divided by Rn. By the principle of superposition of the potentials, V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus V4 plus up to Vn. Suppose this equation number 2. Putting the values of V1, V2, V3 plus up to Vn in this equation and taking the common term from this equation, we get the equation V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 is the common term, and in bracket Q1 divided by R1 plus Q2 divided by R2 plus up to Qn divided by Rn. Suppose this equation number 3. In general, we can write this equation as the potential, electrostatic potential due to the system of charges is given by relation 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into summation of I is running from 1 to n Qi divided by Ri. Suppose this equation number 4, because here the values of I Q1 R1, Q2 R2, Q3 R3 up to Qn Rn means the values of I remains same. Therefore, the electric potential due to a system of charges is given by relation V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into summation of I equal to 1 to n Qi divided by Ri. For the continuous charge distribution, the summation sign can be replaced by the integration sign. Today we will stop here and we will meet in next lecture. Thank you.